used to be the kind of person that would wake up, reach for my phone, start scrolling, doom scrolling on social media, read all the bad stuff, see some horrible stuff, put those images in my head. And I'd go through my day feeling like I'm just bulldozing through my day. I'm being put in a lot of different directions. I'm not really in control. What is happening here? And then one day I came across an advert from Mind Valley. It was Vishen Lakiani, and he was talking about different states that we are in, especially our different brainwaves throughout the day and throughout the night when we sleep. And when we wake up, we are in what he called the theta state, which is the meditative state. And in this state, you can send messages to your subconscious. It doesn't matter whether they're good or bad. Your subconscious will just take it because your mind hasn't really fully woken up. Your mind is still trying to put itself back together. That was my interpretation of it. Okay, still me. But because I was waking up and rushing into the chaos, I was just flooding myself with so much noise. And now when my day is unraveling before me, it just feels like it's all chaotic. Work is pulling me in 1,000 different directions. I'm not even quite sure what I'm doing. Now I just want to get through the day so I can be done with this and then go to bed and do it all over again. And I was thinking, no, surely this got to be better. So now remembering the theta states and different states of our brains when we wake up, I then also thought, you know what? Let me look at what the Bible says about our mornings. Because to me, after hearing that we wake up in different states, I was like, there's got to be more to this as well. And I went digging, as usual, quest finding. Okay, so I found a few verses that affirmed to me that our mornings are sacred. And I'm going to share them with you. The first one is Lamentations 3:22-23. And it says, because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. And this just shows me that each morning is a first expression of God's mercy and faithfulness. And that was the first one. And I thought, there's another verse that I usually like to affirm for myself, especially if I'm going through life, when life is lifing. And also when I'm trying to figure something out and I can't figure it out, I sleep. I actually go to sleep and tell myself that it'll be better in the morning. And the verse that says that is Psalms 30 verse 5. And it says, weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning. Because I feel like morning carries the hope of joy and breakthrough. And sometimes you just need a break, right? There's no point in me trying to bulldoze through everything. Sometimes I just need to sleep, get my brain working and restoring itself, and then wake up and I've got answers. And the other one that I found was Mark 1:35. These are all coming from the NIV. And it says, very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house, and went off to a solitary place where he prayed. Even Jesus prioritized early mornings. So when I saw this, and then I tried to look at how I was doing things, I realized that I wasn't really setting myself up for success, was I? I was just, I don't know, surviving, I guess. I don't know what I was doing, to be honest. So I decided to tweak my mornings and change them a little bit and see if I was going to experience anything, if anything was going to change. So the first thing I did was, when I woke up, instead of me just rushing up and getting out of bed and going for a shower and then social media and all of it, I would wake up and just lie in bed for a few minutes. I don't normally use alarms, by the way, so this might be different for people that use alarms. I allow myself to sleep and wake up when I wake up, but I'm pretty much sort of an early riser. So that part, do what you will with that part. I would then wake up, lie in bed for a few minutes, and give myself time. Just try to find sounds, listen to the sounds, no matter how distant they felt, and not flood my head with worries and thoughts. Because what's 15 minutes of my day going to do to solve something that I'm worrying about? If anything, I've learned that you can worry about something all you want. It's not going to disappear and it's not going to get solved. So I would just give myself the few minutes, almost meditating. And there's a verse that I came across that I want to share with you guys, and I love it because I used to think meditation was not for Christians. I used to think meditation was for other people. But me being a spiritual person, and I actually see how meditation really helps, I found verses, of course, that support it. And one of those verses, I have to put them on my board in my office, and it reads Joshua 1:8. Keep this book of law always on your lips. Meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you'll be prosperous and successful. Right. So then after I've given myself a few minutes of just, lying there and not trying to flood my head, because let's face it, our thoughts can be quite noisy anyway. I would then reach for my phone and go to my Bible app. I usually have a plan that I'm following. And when I start plans, I try to look for all related plans and then just do them as a series. So I would go through my Bible app, and then I would read the devotional, and then I'll read the verses that come with it. And then I'll bring it back to, okay, what does this mean? How does this apply to me right now? How does this apply in my life? And then I'll give myself a few more minutes, and then I'll go out for a walk. So sometimes I actually go out for a walk and I'm listening to a podcast. One of my favorite podcasts is The Diary of a CEO. If I'm not listening to a podcast, I'm probably listening to a Money Talk by Ramit Sethi. If I'm not doing that, I'm probably not listening to anything at all. I don't normally listen to music when I go out for my walks. It's either I'm in silence or I'm listening to a podcast. Or sometimes I would binge listen to a Bible chapter. So it just depends really on what's happening that day, what I'm feeling. Or sometimes I'm listening to an audiobook. I've listened to quite a lot of audiobooks doing that. So I would then come back, have a shower, make myself some tea. So I've got these different teas that do different things. This one's a Twinings tea. It's called Glow. It's a green tea, but it's got strawberry and cucumber, and it's got biotin, which is really good for your skin and your nails and your hair. Yeah, I do that. But so I would just drink it like that. So that's pretty much my morning routine done. And then I'll then go on, log on to work. And all this is happening before 9 a.m., by the way. And usually I use my time between 8 and 9 to study something or learn something. It's either something that's going to help me with my work or something that's going to help me in my life, personal development. And 9 o'clock, that's when my work officially starts. Sometimes I actually also end up starting work early, depending on how early I woke up to do all of these things. I'll end up starting work at like 8:30, because now after I've done all of these things with all these routines, they seem like a lot right now, but once you get into the rhythm, it doesn't feel like you're doing too much. I feel like, oh, I can actually get to my day and get started with work. And I'm going to do another video on work as well, because that's another area where I used to fumble. Even after setting myself up for success, I would then fumble later. Maybe that'll be a follow-up video from this one. But that's what I've been doing. And if you want to try something like this, I would advise that start with maybe 3 minutes, because the first minute is pretty much going to be noisy. Maybe the second minute, you're like getting there. By the third minute, that's when you've kind of like gotten into the groove. But then before you know it, 3 minutes is up. So just start small, because it's the small shifts that leads to big changes, especially if you're on a journey where you know you want to transform your life. You need to start small. You need to start somewhere. So I would say start with 3 minutes, build up as you go. And equally, if you've watched this video and you feel like you have got a morning routine that you swear by and you think this is the holy grail for me, let me know. Put that in the comments, because it might help somebody. I'm not saying my way is the way. I'm just saying this is what I've been doing and this is what has worked for me. If you've got another way that you think, you know what, I've been doing this and this has been setting me up for success, I am open for that conversation. Put that in the comments. Let's talk about it. So if you're going to try this as well, please let me know. If you go ahead and try it and it still feels like you are not clocking it and you want to do it with someone, let me know. You can join us. We've got a membership, the Unshakable You, the Rise of the Spiritual Goddess membership that we started, I think, 2 weeks ago, and it's a whole year. If you want to be a part of that group and start building these habits that can really set you up for success, if you feel like you want to start this journey with people that are already doing it, then you can join us in the Unshakable You, the Rise of the Spiritual Goddess membership. And I also want to celebrate because I am in the habit of celebrating as well. I've been actively trying to write 3 things that I'm grateful for every day because I was listening to Dr. Miles Monroe and he said that everything that you celebrate, you heighten. Everything that you focus on, you heighten. So because of that, I've really been trying to write something that I'm grateful for. It can be one thing. It doesn't have to be 3. It doesn't have to be 1. It can be 10 if you want to write 10 things. So today I am officially starting a new role as a data engineer. And I'm very grateful for that. And I think when I do cover the video where I'm going to talk about how I've set myself up for success where I work, I will talk about my journey to becoming a data systems engineer. Something that if you asked me last year in January, I would have told you never, that's probably not going to happen, not anytime soon. But here we are a year later. So I'm celebrating that today, and I'm so grateful for the support that I've had in my life for me to get to this point. And I'm so excited. This is my first day. I'm still working for the same company, by the way. So it's just a new role in the company that I've been working for the last 2 years. And I've got to say, that's the longest I've stayed with a company before. There's been a lot of movement, guys. There's been a lot of movement in my life. So. But thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.